It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and I'm outside smoking a cigarette before I go in to start repairing clocks. But she's got a interesting view around here. Nothing like my house, but it is interesting. There's some huge, beautiful houses on her street. They're nice architect, nicely built. This is back when they took pride in building houses. These things are over 100 years old and they're still standing. I like that house right there with the porch on it. That's pretty cool. Being this is the town of New Haven, this week she's going to take me to where the New Haven clock factory still stands, but there was a fire and they were going to make it into apartment buildings or something, but there was a fire and I don't know what they're going to do with it. That's where Chauncey Jerome made clocks. New Haven Clock Factory. And from my understanding, what she was telling me, Chauncey Jerome used to be the mayor of New Haven. He had a long life, but I believe he died poor. He went bankrupt, I believe, in 1856. Shortly after that, New Haven Clock Factory worked the partner with that, but he was had a lot going on in his life. This antique German clock, which is a gong slug clock, it got damaged in shipping where the movement came out, and the lift lock lever that comes off the maintenance cam on the minute wheel, it got bent to where whenever it went to strike, it would stop the clock because it couldn't go up any higher. So once I fixed that, the clock's been running all night. I told her it'd be easier to adjust the gong with the movement out. So we're going to get it in the roundabout figure with the movement out and then put the movement back in. But her cuckoo clock, which I had running at my house, it got damaged in shipping, and she took it to this clock repair person, and he told her it couldn't be fixed, and it's almost fixed. This little clock here, the gong sounds like crap, and she put a new leather piece on it, but you can see that the leather, if I can focus, is not flat. So I told her, I'm going to take this out and make it flat, and it should sound better. I should have let you hear what it sounded like before, but I gotta adjust the wire. But it sounds a lot better. Back here, there's a wire that stops this gong from gone too far down. So you can adjust the wire, and that has a more vibrant noise to it. But I'm lifting it up in the air quite a bit, so you have to rotate the hands to see how far the hands rotated. She uses super glue, Gorilla super glue, and I don't like this stuff. I want super glue, liquid super glue with baking soda. I've been letting this dry for like 10 minutes, and this little wire that goes into the door was coming out of the door. So if you apply super glue and baking soda, it's colorful. I mean, you can color it afterwards, and it immediately creates a chemical reaction that I don't have to wait a half hour for the stupid thing to dry. But Lisa's wanting to repair clocks when she retires, which is 7 months and 24 days. She has a calculator on her phone, and she's getting serious about it. She bought this mainspring winder. She's got a ultrasonic cleaner. She's getting serious about cleaning and servicing clocks. And she already has people that have contacted her wanting her to repair their clocks. And she said, not yet. And even though she delivered a clock to Gene yesterday, she also bought this one from him and picked it up yesterday. It's a New Haven cathedral clock with original weights and original pendulum. Beautiful clock. And she bought both of these clocks off of me, along with the clock that I came here to repair, the gong slug clock. Great. Seagulls in the parking lot of these stores because we're close to the water. That's something I don't see every day. Not people from around here. They probably get tired of them. Different food, different place. It's a brand new place. Are y'all ready for a spectacular view? Discover New Haven. This is beautiful.
So Long Island is out that way, but it's kind of hazy, so you can't really see it.
Right.
You kind of see the shadow.
So Long Island is out that way. And for you round earth people, where's the curvature? Oh, wow, I love that.
Yeah, they used to have that opening. You could climb up there, but
That is cool.
they haven't opened it again since COVID.
1861 to 1865.
Soldiers and Sailors Monument. There's a sign right there.
That is cool. Where's your house?
Called West Rock. Over there, it's called West Rock. You see the rock?
Right.
So theory is that East Rock and West Rock were once joined and a glacier separated them. My house would be, let's see, this is Wilbur Cross, so we would be in that direction about a mile, but we couldn't pick my house out.
Right.
I don't know if I can pick the church out.
She's going to take me to the seaside later so we can walk on the beach. But she's got the whip out. She said, not until you fix my clocks.
I did not say that. It's just too nice to not come up here.
And this is only open on Sundays now. What's the mayor's name?
Justin Elliker.
Justin what?
Elliker.
You need to get your crap together and open this stuff up for the rest of the week. I hope everybody shares this video with the mayor so he can get his crap together. Why would you want to keep this from people? Oh, this is beautiful. Love it. I really like that. I need that in my yard. I need you to have a helicopter delivered it to my house. This is very beautiful, Lisa. Thank you for bringing me up here. I guess this used to have
They used to have the viewfinders.
scope viewfinders, yeah. On the way up here, we passed Eli Whitney's house and museum, and Eli Whitney is the person that designed the cotton gin and the repeating rifle system.
We could stop on the way back down and take a picture of it if you want, or...
I got you on camera, you gotta let me do that.
Huh?
I got you on camera, you gotta let
Oh,
me
yeah.
do that.
I like the giant, so can we see him from here? We can see him from the highway. It's too vegetative to see it. We might be able to see it up here.
So he had a spell cast on him and put to sleep.
Put to sleep, and there he lies. And he does, he looks just like a giant. And you can hike up there.
Great. On a clear day, you can see forever. Musical score. Musical notes.
That's Christopher. I sent him a picture because they've yet to come up here.
Right?
Where are you coming from? I don't know where you're coming from. Oh, a parking lot there. It's too dense to see. The foliage is too dense to see them. But I'll have to point him out on the highway next time because you can't, it's unmistakable. The head, the body, with the tummy and the toes sticking up. Very cool.
Well, there are people who post Facebook Reels quite often.
So there's Mill River down there. See it right around the bend. Oh no, that's the reservoir.
That's a castle, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
That we
the
came.
yeah, that is. That's the reservoir.
But there are people that post Facebook Reels all the time.
Yeah.
There were giants back early years, fallen angels came, found women very beautiful, and which created giants. All right. And when God destroyed the earth, you could clearly see these rock figures and stuff that look just like people. And people say that these were part of the giants that lived back then.
I'm going to hop back on the highway just so you can see the sleeping giant.
All right. I want to see a giant. The beautiful, beautiful drive.
Yeah, it really is. I used to come up here regularly until they closed the damn road, and now it's like to go all the way to Hamden to go up. It's annoying. Justin Elliker.
Mayor, Mr. Mayor, you need to get it together and open this back up. Town of New Haven needs to vote you out
Yes.
unless you open this back up. And take it from somebody who's from Missouri. You need to open this back up. Closed at dusk. And you don't see a lot of trucks in this area. Because trucks are too big for these parking lots.
Oh my God. There are some times that when I park at work that the trucks are so damn big they stick out, 4 feet from the lot. Now we're back in Hamden. We'll take you by the Rose Garden and then we'll hop on the highway. You'll see the sleeping giant and we'll go home. You had an arrow, ding dong. Go back to New Jersey. You don't have a stop sign either, my friend.
Citizens arrest, citizens arrest. Go ahead, Barney Fife. Pull her over.
So this is the Hardy Rose Garden. I don't know how blooming the roses are.
Here's a few roses.
People can walk in there and it's pretty.
Black.
Oh, I'm like, where? See, there's the monument we were just at.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some very old buildings around here.
Yeah.
Very old.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh shit, I was going to take you by Eli Whitney. I forgot. I'll do that anyway. I can still go there.
By where?
Eli Whitney's house. So you
Oh,
can-
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can still get there from here.
I have a flag.
An Irish flag too. I think. Could be Italian. I'm not sure. I get them mixed.
And these are all the rich people's houses?
These are all the rich people's houses. There's bigger ones. I could take you to a street where there's bigger than these.
Nah, I haven't won the Powerball yet.
You're turning. If you have your turn signal on, we would know that. Years ago, I'd say 10 years ago or so, we used to do movies in the park here. Like me and a friend would organize it. We had a guy that would cost like $300. He would come set up the big screen and the speakers, and we would just show movies in the park. We'd do like Princess Bride, and at Halloween we would do The Great Pumpkin and have a Halloween parade, and then we just stopped doing it.
Wow.
Like we would vote on, we would send out a way for people to vote on what movie they want to see, and we'd give them choices, you know, like
Right.
we'd give them 5 movies to choose from, and whichever one won is what we would rent.
Right. That'd be cool.
It was cool.
Lisa's kind of like a boss. She organizes all kinds of stuff.
They call me the unofficial mayor.
The unofficial mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we know the real story, folks. She wants to be the mayor.
No, I do not. At most, when I retire, I would consider being the alder person, which is below the mayor.
Right.
But, I mean, you only get paid like $5,000 a year, and it's a lot of committee work and... Alright, well, I think so.
Eli Whitney Museum.
Oh no, we have to drive up further. I think we can go back here, can we? Oh, we can. Alright. Yep, there's his house and there's the... Whoop, 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 one way.
This is one way.
I know.
You're not mayor yet. So there's the Eli Whitney house. Which is a fairly good-sized house. And you see that's
His barn.
his barn. Do you have horses or something?
I don't know what he had there.
Wouldn't you love to live in that house?
I will.
Just because Eli Whitney lived in there. I'd like to live in, like,
Yeah.
Chauncey Jerome's house,
They
or
don't even give tours of it.
or
Do you want to drive there to see the New Haven Clock Factory?
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, no, yeah, the trees are in the way. We'll get a better view. So there's his head. See where that funny looking trees that were. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. The trees are in the way. My nephew would always get so excited. He's like, look, there's a sleeping giant. But the trees are in the way. Let's see if we can get a better view.
Am I gonna look for rocks or?
It's trees. It's
Oh,
gonna be
okay,
green.
trees. Got you.
I can see his head popping up here and there, but it's very distinctive once you see it. You have a clear enough area to look at it.
Right.
All right, right there. See? Head.
Oh, okay, I see it now. Yeah. Got it.
Curve.
Right. I was trying to show you this grass. This marsh grass, and it's pretty cool. But
I'll
my
be more up here.
phone was screwing up on me, and I couldn't open
It's
it.
coming up right here.
There's some right there.
Right here.
Right. That's some pretty cool grass. Be cool places for deer to hide.
Yep, there's lots of deer. And bobcat.
And bobcat?
Yep. I'm gonna take you by Quinnipiac River just because it's on the way home. And it's pretty. It's a pretty drive.
Lots of water around here.
Yes.
A fisherman's dream.
Yes. My brother used to fish all the time. He would take my nephew fishing all the time. Now his mother takes him fishing, but not as much as my brother did.
Right.
He's rock again.
And there's where we were, up on top of that. Trees.
Train tracks. So this is the Quinnipiac River.
It's the what river?
Quinnipiac?
It is pretty.
People fish here too. This is again brackish water at this end because it's so close to the sound and it feeds right into the sound. And when the tide goes out, it's more fresh water. When the tide comes in, the salt water comes in and makes it brackish.
Wow. So can they catch like sharks in there?
No, I'm not exactly sure what they get, but not sharks. No.
I mean, because you say it goes into the ocean.
Right.
Why can't a shark come back?
They haven't. There's never
That
been a
you
shark
know of.
that we know of. There's never been a shark sighting reported. But it is a pretty river.
Time for a quick bite to eat before I go back to work. I hid the whip from her so I could eat.
That's a sandwich.
Y'all remember the video of me repairing this clock? I had to take these bellow lift wires off a AMS movement because the Papo cuckoo clocks, the lift wires are plastic and hers was broken. In order for these lift wires to work, I had to bend the teeth on the 8-point star wheel up So they hit
I didn't hear a word
the
you were
levers.
saying. I didn't hear a word you were saying.
I was talking to people in my
Oh,
video.
so sorry.
That's all right. But I think that this thing is ready to go into the wall. I didn't bring my wire benders, and the little man is a little crooked, or woman, or whatever it is, in the door, but it'll work until some wire benders can be obtained. And again, there's a professional clock repairman said, whatever I did to this thing, it cannot be fixed.
Uh-oh. The door's not opening.
Some little adjustments that still have to be made. If this is somebody's house keys, that's awful stupid hanging them outside on the skeleton. So after a few more adjustments with the Music Man, I was 5 minutes away from having this clock done when I made a rookie mistake, and I bent the crutch off the verge. But I brought another movement with me, and I have to show this to you. Do you see what's wrong with this verge and crutch assembly? I'm going to give you a hint. Somebody repaired this. The pivot staff broke. So they drilled another hole in this verge assembly. And you see where they put the pivot staff? It's on the very edge of the shaft itself, which will not work because these things have to be straight across from each other. And this one, do you see the pivot? If I can get this thing to focus in, there's the hole where it needs to go, but the pivot is to the side. Somebody didn't know what the heck they were doing when they put this pivot staff in.
Could very well have been a grandpa.
So this will not work. I got the gong clock going, and while I'm here, this clock is striking when it goes into warning. So we're going to take the movement out, and I'm going to try to adjust the levers to get that fixed. It's made in Plymouth Hollow, which means it was made prior to them changing the name to Thomaston in 1875.
Yes.
It's a beautiful clock.
In pretty good shape.
Now the strike side has this roller right here that the string goes on the outside. The time sign doesn't have a roller, which is unusual, but the movement will come straight out here, and then you have to undo the strings. What holds the movement in is this piece of wood. There's a notch in that piece of wood that the movement fits in, and then you tighten that screw down. Now the hook on the time side goes on this side of the wheel, and the hook on the strike side, and there should be dust covers that go over these wheels, but the hook on the strike side goes on the right side of the wheel. So the hooks go on the outside of the wheels on both sides. Even the movement is marked St. Thomas, Plymouth Hollow. First glance, there's not a lot of string that's on this movement. So the string has to go up here, wrap around this full, and then the weight has to go all the way to the bottom. So, and the string is all the way unwrapped on the strike side. The time side, in my opinion, doesn't have enough string on it either. Because again, the weight should go all the way to the bottom. So that's going to be up to her whether we want to add some more string to it. And there's the weights down there. And the one on the left, I believe, is for the strike. And they're not that tall. Maybe 4 inches, 5 inches. So the strike side string only comes out that long. So it doesn't even go halfway down the clock. So again, I think more string needs to be added myself, that we can get the full 30 hours. This was a simple fix. This wire here that you, if your strike is off, you push this and it advances the strike. The loop on it was too big, and so the wire turned and came over on this side of this main wire, and it wasn't allowing this to come down to strike. So we turned it over to where it's supposed to be, squeezed the wire, and now it strikes and it shuts off. So Lisa bought this Hamilton triple chime bracket clock, and it's a beautiful clock. But while she was winding the chime side, the click slipped. She hurt her fingers. She took the movement out after watching some videos, and she bent the spring to make the click go closer to the click wheel. However, somebody over-oiled this movement, and I tell people all the time, only oil parts that go round and round and round. And because there's oil underneath these clicks, over time, they're not going to close like they're supposed to. So once you clean off all the oil, they'll work better. So do not oil these clicks. They do not go round and round and round. You only oil parts that go round and round and round. Some people's mindset is if a part moves, put a drop of oil on it. Well, that might work with cars, but with clocks, no. Only oil parts that go round and round and round. I've already cleaned up this one and this one, but there was oil all over the underneath the click. Do not oil these clicks. Over time, the dirt and oil is going to stop this click from doing what it's supposed to do. And when you go to wind up your clock, you will get hurt. Huh, Lisa?
You sure will. Oh, and you're not.
We're out shopping so I can work on a clock, but she's taking me home by the seaside. It's so beautiful in this area. And look, you could see as far as you could see, and I don't see no curvature. For you,
not high enough.
For you people who think this earth is round. It's black. So this is the New Haven Clock Company building. What's left of it. And there was a fire at one time. This entire red building is the New Haven Clock Company, where they used to make clocks. If only these bricks could talk. I would love to go inside there. It's a big place. It's almost a block square. It probably is a block square. This is sad. It's like the Hermley grandfather clocks is closed up, and their company will look like this years from now. Hopefully not. It's a block that way, and probably a block that way. Now, did you say that they were going to turn these into apartment
Apartments.
buildings at one time?
Into an apartment, yeah, a big, apartment complex, but they've never done it.
And that's all part of the New Haven Clock Company right there.
Yep.
H&M Hamilton Industrial Center. Heritage of the New Haven. You can't see what it says anymore. Time for Mark to put on his seatbelt. What do y'all think? Don't you think that Miss Mayor here ought to let me inside the building? I think that the future mayor of New Haven needs to allow me to go in the New Haven Clock Company building. What do y'all think? Do y'all agree? Leave me some comments.
Yeah, there clearly is a way to get in there because there was a fire in there.
And for the folks that live around here, this is Lisa. Vote for Lisa.
I'm not running.
She's gonna run for the mayor when she retires. She'd make a lot better mayor because she'll allow me to go in the New Haven Clock Company factory, and I wouldn't have to drive all the way around to get on top of that mountain. She'll open it up back up 7 days a week. That's her slogan. Open it up 7 days a week. Make sure you vote for her. Walk down to a local gas station. Y'all know what those are? Inside a beautician barbershop, and I saw some cool stuff. Barometer, skulls, the guitar. They said they get all their stuff from a thrift store. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if you need your hair cut,
What's up?
I'm filming. Just come to this place. Skulls and Combos. I thought that was pretty cool. I had to go out and get a torchlight. There's a gas station 2 blocks from her house. 2.5 blocks. There's some cool buildings that are on her street. You know, this is what Goodwill is for. To drop stuff like this that you don't want off. Not to throw it away. Cut the pivot that somebody put on in this verge assembly off. And I know I show this in other videos, but in case you haven't seen them, you take a drill. And these drill bits are extremely small. So with the drill tight, they don't fit. And all you have to do is go find a drinking straw. Cut some off, put it in the drill. Put the extremely small drill bit in. And turn on the drill to tighten it up. And now it's tighter. I might have to grab, see now it's tight. But that's all you have to do, just take a drinking straw, stick it in, and then you can use these small drill bits in your cordless drill. I have such a great hostess. Now she's taking me to try New Haven pizza.
Yep, world famous.
World famous pizza. Which is only like 5 minutes from her house. Another cool building.
Yeah. So we're going to try this way first and see what Pepe's looks like. Oh, look at all the bubbles. I'm trying to figure out what they're using to make all those bubbles.
Right.
Probably a machine of some sort.
Right.
So I guess if we're going to wait in line, we might as well go to Sally's and wait in the side line there. Because that's just the thing.
Uh-huh.
If we're going to have to wait in line for pizza, I just assume wait in Sally's. It's
Okay.
the same line thing.
Right.
I think Sally's is the better pizza. So how do you feel about sausage and peppers with hot peppers?
Beautiful home. I can't believe all the 3, 4, 5-story houses that I came across. I want a 5-story house on my property. Think of all the clocks I'd have. Church. Look at the stained glass windows. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Sally's Pizza. We're fixing to enjoy.
Make sure you got in there on camera.
Don't that look delicious? Lisa said I had to try New Haven Pizza, and Sally's is famous, and she should be. Now, I know the hands are not right, but I worked on this thing all day yesterday, and I didn't have a wire bender, and I made a wire bender today, and the Lono bellow, which is a bellow on that, is not the original bellow. And so without the bellow in, the door for the little man comes open and closes all the way. But because the bellow's maybe 1/8 of an inch longer than it needs to be, the door doesn't close all the way. And this thing worked fine. I got a YouTube video, shows you how I fixed it. I took an AMS movement out, the Popo cuckoo clocks, the bellow lift levers are plastic. These were broken. This belonged to her grandfather. She names it Popo from her grandfather. Anyway, and I had to bend the star wheel up some on each lever to get this thing to work. And because of shipping, the clock would cuckoo when it was in mourning. And I told her what to do, and she wasn't confident with herself. So she took it to somebody else, a professional clock repair person. And this professional repair person told her that this clock will never work from what I did to it. So she brought it home. When I started working on this thing, the clock no longer cuckooed when it was in mourning. So she had that part fixed. And it cuckoos, and little man plays, hasn't worked in 10 years. So just because some clock professional said that this thing won't work, don't always believe them. They don't know what they're talking about. I can't say most. There's some people that only work on cuckoo clocks. People who work on regular clocks for a living stay away from musical cuckoo clocks because it takes time to diagnose it and because of lack of parts. And if they were to charge people how much hours they had in it, it would be more than what the clock is worth. We don't live in Australia. My friend Peter, who I sold a clock to, told me he was in a clock shop in Australia, and the clock shop charged the lady, I want to say 500 Australian dollars to put a chain and something else back on the clock. So, and the lady was happy to pay it. I don't live in Australia. I tell people all the time, clock value is based upon location, location, location. Get on Australia Marketplace. You won't find that many nice clocks for sale in Australia. And if you do, they're quite a bit of money. You hardly find any cuckoo clocks. So this clock is ticking away. I still got to put the pendulum on. We went to the store today and we bought some polish, and I'll show you that. Old English oil. Old oil polish by Parker, and I got another video on this because I bought some in Colombia at the same store. So it's $5.99. It does a really good job, and it's easy to work with. Still got to put the door on, still got to put the pendulum on, and still got to put the topper on, but the clock is up and running. And Papo cuckoo clocks take about 650 gram weights for the cuckoo and for the time. For the count wheel style cuckoo clocks. Regular 25 style cuckoo clocks take lighter weights. Now, in the process of working on this thing, because I did not have, and again, I don't like these things, the wire benders, I broke the Virgin crutch assembly, and the parts movement that I have already showed you that somebody worked on it before. They put the pivot that broke in the wrong spot on the birch. We went to Harbor Freight and I bought a set of drill bits that I've used before. These drill bits would not work on this. So with the old Virgin crutch assembly, using baking soda and super glue, I got the thing to work. And I told her she's fixing to retire in 7 months. And I told her by then she'll be able to watch videos and order a proper Burge and crutch assembly for this clock. And that's why it's a short swing, and that's why, but the clock is running, and it has not ran in 10 plus years, other than at my house with the YouTube video that I did on this clock. It worked for a week. I was happy with it. I mailed it to her, but the post office damaged it in shipping. But she got that part fixed. But anyway, I'm done with this clock. And thank God for helping me out with this clock. This is the wire bender that I made using a rotary tool. Shed this tool, it had a hole in it. I tried using a bolt, but the bolt was too hard. I took a torch lighter to it, softened it, but the bolt was just too hard. Using the rotary tool, I cut this notch out in it, and within less than 15 minutes, I had that clock adjusted, where I spent several hours on it yesterday trying to get the little man to go out the door and come back in the door. But it only takes minute adjustments, and with the tools that I had, this and this and this, I couldn't get it adjusted. So I made this wire bender, and that's all it took. And again, I don't typically like these wire benders. I'd rather use needle nose pliers or my fingers, but in some cases, I have to have a wire bender.